to Sweetwater Diaries channel. This is Kiko here, and he just wants some love right now. We're gonna try that one again. I had helper. Number 2. Mommy. Oh, I did that one. Number 3. What's the most difficult lesson you've learned so far while homesteading? Filming with animals and children is hard. No, that's not it. Okay. My goat just knocked over the camera. Hey now, welcome back to Sweetwater Diaries channel. We were lucky enough to be tagged in a homesteading kind of tag collaboration video by Wall Street Homestead, and we are excited to do this for you. We love their channel, and we definitely recommend you check them out if you haven't already. They're great. I learned so much about different seed catalogs, which I'm going to be using this year for my gardening. I've been taking some of Andy's tips, and Ann makes some really great recipes. And I love their dog Biscuit. I love following her on TikTok and all her cute little videos. So definitely check out Wall Street Homestead. I'll put a link in below. We love them. They're great. So I kind of bugged Nate while I was in the middle of something, and he answered a couple of the questions, so I'll insert them in as I go. And I asked Ollie some of the questions, and I'll insert those in as we go. I'm going to go ahead and answer these questions, and then I'm going to tag 3 other homestead channels that I recommend you go check out and I enjoy to watch. And so without further ado, here are my 10 questions I'm going to answer about homesteading. So number 1 is, what got you into homesteading?
I like farmers. I like farm animals.
You like farm animals?
The interest in being self-reliant.
Okay. Nate and I met about 7 years ago. My dad had passed away, and I was staying at my friend's, and he happened to be staying at his friend's house, and they were actually a couple, so that's how we met. And at the time I had been teaching, and I really loved teaching, but I didn't love the politics behind it all. There's so much red tape and kind of malarkey that went with it. So I kind of got to the point where I was thinking about, we had a property in Vermont, and I was thinking about going and maybe starting up there and doing something on the property. I grew up with horses, and so I love that aspect of, you know, animal keeping. And then we met Nate, and he had a family property out here, and you know, kind of a leap of faith, I went with him, and we got to try our hand on that, his family's property. And they had to sell it, but fortunately right down the road was another piece of property that hadn't been lived on a long time, and the couple loved seeing us working hand in hand together, and we kind of fell into it that way. We both kind of wanted to have a life where we could be self-sufficient. I loved animals, and so it just kind of all fell into place. So number 2, what is something you want to add in 2020 to your homestead?
Greenhouse.
Okay.
I house and the piggy.
Cows and the piggies. We'll probably want to do the greenhouse. Nate mentioned that. And the other thing we have on our list of to do, which would be great if we get it done this year. If not, that's okay. We really kind of want to have a bigger dedicated hay barn. Right now we are using the barns that came with the property, and they're fine, but they're not really like super efficient when it comes to us storing them. We want to have a hay barn we can just drive the equipment through, drop the hay, and keep going. Right now where it stands, we have to drop the hay right in front of the barns and then stack it in, and so it'd be nice to have a nice dedicated hay barn that would be easy for customers to drive in and out of. So I think that's one of the big things on our to-do list. We're currently working on fencing, so we can kind of separate the fencing for our goats and have different pastures for them. So that's something we're actually working on, and I'll have a video coming up on that soon. So that's something that's going to happen this year. Yeah, so those are kind of the big things. Number 3, what's the most difficult lesson you've learned so far while homesteading?
We went outside and we cried and mommy came back and mommy hold Ollie.
Yeah, when sometimes mommy has to go do something, Ollie misses mama, but mommy comes back and holds Ollie. Does that make you happy?
Doing everything yourself's not always the smartest idea.
I think two things. One, I've had to learn to really trust my gut instinct. There have been times when I'll see a goat and for no apparent reason, it just makes me go, huh, why something about that goat I feel like I need to check. But they look perfectly fine, and then I'll doubt it. And then the next day the goat might be down and then I have to treat it, and I wish I had just trusted my gut right then and there. The other thing on a business perspective of farming is know your worth. I had to really learn this lesson because I always wanted to people please, and I still want to people please. I want to be nice, but when it comes to selling our product, making square bale hay is a lot of hard work, and I mean physical hard work. Also, there's costs that people don't realize that go with it, having to maintain the machines, because haying is really rough on the machine, just the jerkiness of the machine itself. So there's a lot of maintenance that you have to do, which fortunately Nate knows how to do, but his time is valuable too. And so it's knowing our worth. So learning how to price things where it's fair, a fair price for you and the customer, and not forget that your time is worth that money too. So you make sure you give yourself a fair price. Of course, I negotiate, and of course, I kind of take in consideration things, but when it comes to our business side of things, you have to know your worth. So I think that's a really good tip for when you're farming, if you're looking into selling. Don't undersell yourself. What's your favorite chore on your homestead?
The right on the tractor for me.
Oh, Daddy likes to help you ride on the tractor? Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Daddy drive it with me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, good.
Chore. Landscaping.
Cool. I definitely say I enjoy feeding time. It's one of those things when I have to get up and go out in cold weather, I'm like, oh, it's so cold, I have to go out and feed everyone. But once I'm out there, I really enjoy it. I like feeding time because it gets me out of the house and makes me appreciate why we're on the farm and we're outside and having fun. What's your favorite thing to grow?
Ma, I like you grow you a baby.
A baby? Oh, okay.
Cash crops.
Cash crops. I have fun experimenting with stuff. I've been having, I'm going to do a video coming up about avocados and how I've been growing those. I like stuff like that where I take the pit of an avocado and kind of do a hydroponics to get it started. The same thing with willow. I did some willow cuttings and I was able to grow some willow trees. I just like to experiment with stuff and see if I have any success with it, and I've had lots of failures, but I just like doing those ones because it's kind of fun when you are successful. You're like, oh, I grew a pineapple. We tried that one time, and some ginger and things like that. Those are fun to do. That are kind of outside the norm. Number 6, what do you love most about the homesteading community?
I like Biffy and Bernie.
You like Beefy and Bernie, our kitty cats? I really enjoy it. It's fun because we have a lot of similar interests. With YouTube, I've been really enjoying it because I've learned a lot from people. I love watching. I know on Walsh Farms, I tell him all the time, he does a couple of different crops that he helps with or grows, and he's always showing the different machines he uses for the crops, and I just have this fascination with all these farm machines. I think it's so incredible that some farmer way back in the day started out with some idea, and then it turned into this beautiful machine that does this amazing stuff, and so it just blows my mind, the minds behind what created some of these machines to get our crops and stuff. So I really enjoy that side of it. I like the learning part. Everyone's so friendly and understanding, and we can relate and accepting, so I really enjoy that. Number 7, what's your favorite meal to make?
Ma, I want cereal.
Cereal. Oh, you're eating cereal right now. Yum yum. What else do you like to eat?
Ma, I like eat apples and bananas.
You like bananas and apples? Those are all yummy good things.
Hunan Chinese noodle with spicy meat sauce.
That's good. The ones I like to make, I don't make them often, so I really like to make meatball subs, make homemade meatballs and make meatball subs, and then I also really enjoy every so often, because it takes a while to do, pierogies. Oh, I've also been having a lot of fun making our own pizza doughs and stuff. Since we live in the country, you really can't get delivery, so making our own pizza doughs. And then it's nice because for Ollie, I can sneak in lots of veggies, and he doesn't know any different, and he enjoys it. So I enjoy the pizza doughs. I know it says to say favorite, and I've said about 3. Well, that's what I can do. I also, Nate mentioned his noodle dish that he makes, which is really good, but the other thing he makes that I really like a lot, which we don't make often, but he makes an onion soup, and I love it. So those are some of our faves around here. What's your favorite holiday?
I like Halloween and birthday cakes and
You like Halloween and birthday cakes?
Christmas.
Well, that's easy for me. I was born around Christmas time. I love Christmas. Like, you know, it's my birthday. It's just such a nice, happy time. With or without the gifts, I really enjoy it. So Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. Number 9, is your homestead where you intend to settle permanently, or are you looking to create a new one elsewhere? Living on the farm?
yes.
Permanent.
Absolutely. We hope, well, we are settled permanently. We hope that one day Ollie can have this farm. And the only thing that worries me a little bit is our neighboring town is growing up. It's definitely, they're building more high schools, more new schools, and so there is the fear that the area around us might start to grow and they might put in houses and stuff like that. So that worries me a little, but you know, we have a decent amount of acreage that I hope that we can keep it in a farm as much as we can, and we love it here. It's just a great location. So definitely we hope this will be our permanent home and that Ollie will have the opportunity to make it his home one day too. And 10, what homesteaders do you enjoy watching?
And I like Mommy and Dada.
Oh, Mommy and Dad, I love you. You're wonderful. I have a bunch, and I'm probably not going to name them all. I was looking at my list to try to pick names, and I'm like, oh my gosh, to narrow this down. So one I find myself watching, of course, Wall Street Homestead, who tagged us. We love them. We watch them all the time. I also, Walsh Farms is another big one that I watch all the time. Any ones I've done collabs with, Miss Family Ranch, Sampson Farms, I watch them all the time. Patriot Farm is another one I like to watch a lot. She's great. Hardnack Farms, Peanut Peppers, they're all great, and I'm going to link them all down below. Again, it's just I like how everybody does different things, and I kind of learn, and then some of the stuff that I don't technically want to do myself, I still think is interesting, so it's fun to watch somebody else doing it and just see what they come up with. Other two I kind of like are, they're younger. It's cool to watch because I kind of see through Ollie's eyes maybe a little bit, and Panda Boy, his family has a farm, he has ducks and whatnot, and it's just fun to see it from a younger perspective's eyes, so I kind of see it as Ollie might see it one day, so I enjoy watching him, and I'll link him. I also like Tractor Boy, and they don't do so much as farming, but they have a bunch of old tractors that they help repair, and he's a young guy, and he's out there and he's fixing them, and he can explain the parts in detail, which blows my mind how well he knows all these parts and all these old tractors, and I just hope that one day Ollie's gonna be like him and know how to fix the tractors like his daddy and just get a big kick out of all that stuff. So I absolutely love watching that one. I think it's fun. Ollie really likes it too. Oh, there's Ollie. Thanks, Ollie. I love this particular homesteader, but she's not on YouTube. She's on Facebook. I think she'd make an awesome YouTube channel if she ever wanted to, but I'm not sure right now with her. She has her hands full with her house and boys and all that, so it might be a little more than she can put on her plate right now. But she does have a really funny Facebook page, and I just give the biggest kick at her. She makes me laugh a lot. And I've mentioned her before. She has a book out too. She goes by Misadventures of the Homesteading Mama, and she's on Facebook. And if you want a good chuckle, she's great. And then the last thing we're going to do is I get to tag 3 other farms, which I haven't mentioned in this list because I was going to tag them. All right, so the 3 farms I'm going to tag are Bryan Loess Farms, Lally Farms, and Rockotopia Acres. And I enjoy watching all of them as well. Really interesting. Again, it's just fun to watch people from different areas. And I actually do, again, know Rockotopia Acres. I've done a shout out for her. They've gotten hay from us, and then they're just a lovely couple, and they are working on growing their farm. So it's fun to watch their channel, and they're growing their channel. They're very new. Lally Farms, I think I kind of found through Instagram, and they caught my eye, and I've been following them, and I enjoyed them as well. And Bryan Loess, he's always great. He supports us a lot, and I enjoy watching his channel. Will you tell everybody we're all done?
Again.
Do you want to go play? What do you want to play?
But I want to play on a soccer ball.
On a soccer ball? All right. Do you want to say bye to everybody for me?
Bye, guys. I going soccer ball. Bye bye. See you next soon.
See you next soon. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the channels mentioned below in my description box.